Welcome back to my second episode of my 12-part series recapping my life in Japan. On February the 3rd, I celebrate Setsubun with my friends at the share house. During this festival, people perform rituals to drive away evil spirits and bring in good fortune. We threw roasted soybeans shouting "Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi," which means out with the demons, in with the luck. Another fun part of Setsubun is eating Eho-maki, a special type of sushi roll that's meant to be eaten in silence while facing the year's lucky direction, which in 2023 was south-southeast. On my bucket list was experiencing Hokkaido's Winter Festival, so for my birthday I treated myself to a trip to Sapporo. Being from Norway, the snowy landscape felt familiar and comforting. Sapporo's Winter Festival is one of Japan's largest and most famous winter events, featuring stunning snow and ice sculptures, delicious local food stalls, and exciting winter activities. I also visited the Maruyama Zoo. It was really cheap, it was only 800 yen. And even though the animals were super adorable and it was fun to see them in the snowy setting, I felt like they didn't really have enough space to move around. So in the end, I feel like they should take better care of their animals, but it was a fun experience anyway. At night, I decided to go to Mount Moiwa. I first had to take the tram to a shuttle bus, and then from the shuttle bus we had to take the ropeway, and then at the top of the ropeway there was a little bit of waiting, but it was totally worth it because the view was amazing. Even though it was so cold, I felt like I was freezing my fingers off, but the view was really worth it. On my birthday, February the 11th, I ventured to Otaru to witness the enchanting Otaru Snow Light Path Festival. Before nightfall, it was fun to see all the people preparing by making everything that was needed for the festival. So even though it hadn't really started yet, it was fun to walk around. It being my birthday and being alone, not only alone like away from Norway, but also away from my friends at the share house, it really affected me, and I actually did start to cry. Being sad was not gonna stop me from enjoying some really good food, so I made a reservation at this really nice restaurant and I decided to try their famous snow crab sukiyaki set. This was like top 5 dishes I have had in my life. It was so good. The Otaru Snowlight Path Festival was amazing, magical, and beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Leia from my share house was actually in Sapporo this day, so when I returned to Sapporo this very night, we actually hung out to celebrate my birthday, and I will forever be grateful that we got to hang out so that I wouldn't be alone. And this was actually the first time it was just the 2 of us, and it was so much fun. Back in Tokyo, Chisa and I took a little delightful trip to Kawagoe, often referred to as Little Edo. After a delicious Japanese lunch, we did some sake taste testing. This sweet potato ice cream was so good. I really love visiting Japanese shrines and temples, and this one in Kawagoe, I actually got my fortune told by fishing it, and it was a lot of fun. And of course, no girl dates are complete without a Starbucks, and we tried the new Sakura limited edition once. I'm really settling into my share house. I love going grocery shopping and making food and doing some meal prep. I love the surrounding areas, even though it's a little bit remote because it takes like an hour to get to Shinjuku. I especially love my room. It's quite spacious compared to a lot of other like Japanese share houses. Every weekend was a gaming date where I would game with my husband, you know, just to keep in touch and have fun. And always enjoying the bath. It was always free when I wanted to go there. And even just, you know, booking the theater room and watching a movie, just either for myself or with a friend. One of the biggest steps I took this month was enrolling in a Japanese language school. I've always wanted to immerse myself in learning the Japanese language, but I was hesitant about committing to a long-term program. Luckily, I found Japan Switch Tokyo, which offers affordable and short-term Japanese lessons. I started attending classes at the end of the month, and I have mixed feelings about the experience, which I will share more about in the next video. Both Leia and Nolwenn are from France. They're 2 super nice girls that I really enjoyed getting to know better this month. So after one of my classes, I hung out with Nolwenn and we went shopping. And then of course we had to have Starbucks and, you know, we just went chatting. It was so much fun. To sum it up, my favorite experience this month was definitely going to Sapporo. It's been on my bucket list for years. As I reflect on how I want to spend my life in Japan, my friend Katarina from Germany shared something really interesting with me that would change my entire year. But I will save that story for the next video. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more updates on my adventures in Japan. Mata ne!